Everybody, I hope the reception is good. I saw we just had the little samsara circle going round and round there for a while. I'm talking from Vajrayana Institute in Sydney. My name is Venerable Dekyi. So welcome to our 6 o'clock drop-in meditation. So the most important thing when we're meditating is that we are relaxed. So whether you want to sit in a chair or on the floor, on a cushion, that is not important. Some people think that you actually have to sit cross-legged on the floor, but that's not true. You can even lie down and meditate. So however you position yourself, make sure your body is relaxed and your spine is straight. Let's just run through a couple of other things about the posture. If you're sitting in a chair, your feet need to be flat on the floor. You might want to put a cushion under your feet if you can't reach the floor. Then ideally, you have your eyes almost closed, so that just a little, you lower your eyelids so that just a little bit of light is coming in. And you tilt your head slightly forward and you allow your gaze to fall to the floor in front of you. Now you're not actually focusing, are very relaxed. If you're not used to this type of meditation, you can shut your eyes, whatever you're comfortable with. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw, because that brings tension into your body. Rest your tongue behind your top teeth. And if you leave your mouth just a tiny, tiny bit open, that stops you from clenching your jaw. So that's quite a useful thing to do. So let's just scan the body for any areas of tension, starting at the top of the head and moving down. We hold a lot of tension in our face, so take some time to relax the muscles around your eyes. Relax the muscles around your mouth. Come to your shoulders. Bring your awareness to the tops of your shoulders. Then slowly move down to the elbows. From the elbows to the wrists to the hands, to the tips of the fingers. Anytime you notice tension, simply with the out-breath, imagine that that tension leaves your body and dissolves into space. Let's go back to the shoulders and check the backbone. So move down the backbone all the way to the base of the spine. Just slowly. Don't rush. And release any tension that you find. Release any tension in your chest. Your abdomen and your belly. Then moving from the hips down to the knees, to the ankles, to the feet, and to the toes. Just breathe normally and naturally. and just sit with a sense of relaxation and spaciousness. No tension anywhere. So we're going to do some breathing meditation. And a lot of people think that when we do breathing meditation, we're not allowed to have any thoughts. And that's a grave misconception, because we're going to have thoughts. It's natural for the mind to have thoughts, and thoughts are not the enemy. A lot of people think also that you're not allowed to move at all. You might be struck by lightning if you move. But it's perfectly all right to move, as long as you do it mindfully and slowly, particularly if you're meditating in a group. You don't want to disturb other people when you move. So with breathing meditation, the object is that we focus on the breath. Nothing else to do except focus on the breath. And then whenever the mind wanders, without being judgmental, we simply bring the awareness back to the breath. It doesn't matter how many times we do this. That's why it's called meditation practice. So as we move more into the meditation, the breath and the awareness will begin to merge. So we do our best to keep the breath and the awareness together. So before we begin, let's set a very, very positive motivation for being here this evening and doing this meditation. Of course, you're not here at Vajrayana, you're all in your own homes. So I hope you're all comfortable and happy and well. So I'm going to start the meditation. And just remember, the only job you have is to keep the awareness with the breath. Don't try to control the breath. Just relax and let the body breathe. We leave it alone. It knows what to do. Don't see thoughts as the enemy. When thoughts arise, don't run after them and don't push them away. When we do this type of meditation, we're teaching the mind to be calm and focused. So the thoughts are actually our friends because they remind us that we're distracted and that we've lost our focus. So whatever arises, whether it's a thought, a sound, an itch, simply notice without criticism. In fact, notice, relax, and come back to the breath. So for the rest of this meditation, don't think about the past, don't worry about the future. Simply embrace this opportunity just to be with the breath and not to do anything else at all. So now you might want to just have a little stretch, get yourself a cuppa, and we're going to move on, and we're going to do a meditation on the Buddhatara. So there are many Buddhas, and I'm sure everybody's heard of the historical Buddha, Shakyamuni. And Buddhas appear in many different forms according to the disposition of the disciples. So every Buddha has perfect loving kindness, and loving kindness is the wish for all beings to be happy. So a Buddha has a wish for every single living being on the planet, and in fact in the universe, to be well and happy. Every Buddha also has perfect wisdom, which means that they are omniscient, all-knowing. Every Buddha also has perfect ability, perfect capability to benefit others, because a Buddha is completely free of bias. And the reason that Buddhas became enlightened is purely to benefit all sentient beings. That's the reason for their very existence. So we are going to connect with the Buddhatara. And the Buddhatara is often referred to as the mother of all Buddhas. And her particular, if we could say, might be portfolio, is that she is kind of famous for compassionate action. It's said that when you call on Tara, she's there instantly. So I think at this particular time, when we're all quite stressed and worried, Tara is a wonderful Buddha to connect with. And we're going to do a very, very simple meditation with a little bit of chanting of the Tara mantra. And in fact, His Holiness the Dalai Lama mentioned that reciting the Tara mantra at this difficult time is an incredibly beneficial thing to do. So that will be part of the meditation. So on my left, I'm hoping you can see it on your screens, there's a little statue of Tara, so you can see what she looks like. That may help with your visualization. But more important than being able to visualize Tara clearly is to really have a sense that she is actually present. So don't worry too much. I mean, you can glance at the statue and you know what Tara looks like, and you know this meditation is connected with Tara. But don't worry if your visualization is not clear. Just connect with the living presence of the Buddha Tara. So by doing these kinds of meditations, we free ourselves from negative energy. You know, we tend to think of ourselves as impure and negative, and the more we do that, the more we become like that. And we can end up with a low, depressed self-image, and this can permeate our behavior and our outlook on life. And this makes us feel limited and inadequate, and we don't even give ourselves a chance to change. But if we recognize our potential for perfection and put energy into developing it, we cultivate a more positive self-image. So according to Buddhism, our essence is completely pure. There's nothing wrong with us. You know, our essence is pure and uncontaminated. So it's like a diamond. If you throw a diamond in the mud doesn't spoil the diamond. It doesn't do anything to the diamond. It simply covers it over. So when we do meditations like this, we are connecting with the Buddha Tara, and we're also connecting with our own Buddha nature. So if you're not Buddhist, you can visualize Jesus when you do this meditation. And if you're not religious at all, you can visualize a sphere of light. But what we are connecting with is this limitless resource of loving kindness and compassion and wisdom. We're connecting with Tara, who doesn't make any judgment about us. She loves us unconditionally, just like a mother her only child. So when we do this meditation, we're going to let go of problems and mistakes, and we're going to see them as temporary obscurations rather than an intrinsic part of our nature. And we're going to get in touch with and develop our natural good energy, what we Buddhists call our Buddha nature. So be comfortable and relaxed. And take a few minutes to settle your mind. Come into your body. And watch your breath. Now visualize in the space before you the Buddha Tara. She is the manifestation of all that is positive. Her body is made of emerald green light. It is translucent and radiant. You can visualize her any size that you like. Her left leg is drawn up and her right leg is extended, indicating that she is ready to rise to the aid of all beings. Her left hand is at her heart, palm facing outward, thumb and ring finger touching, and the remaining 3 fingers are raised. Her right hand is on her right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realization. In each hand, she holds the stem of a pala flower. She is exquisitely beautiful, and she smiles lovingly at you. Her clothing is made of celestial silk, and her ornaments of precious gems. Just concentrate for a little while on the visualization, opening your heart to the energy of Tara's inexhaustible loving kindness and compassion. And trust that Tara is really there, really here with us. Now think about your problems and your needs and your aims, and make a prayer to Tara from your heart, asking her for help. She responds instantly, and she sends streams of white light into you. White light flows from her forehead into yours. It eliminates all the obstacles and negativities of your body. So take some time to visualize that white light streaming from Tara's forehead into your forehead. Just stay relaxed and open and connect with her energy. And we'll recite her mantra a few times. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Now imagine that red light flows from Tara's throat chakra into your throat chakra. And this eliminates all obstacles and negativities connected with speech. And again, we'll recite the mantra. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 So now imagine that from Tara's heart chakra, blue light flows into your heart chakra. And this blue light eliminates all obstacles and negativities of mind. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 So now, really feel that you are completely free of all problems and you have received the inspiration and energy to accomplish your objectives. Imagine now that Tara comes to the space above your head, facing the same way as you. Remember, she's made of light, so she's not going to squash you. She dissolves into green light, and this green light descends down through the crown of your head to the heart center, which is the seat of your consciousness. As this happens, your mind merges indistinguishably with Tara's mind, and you experience clarity, tranquility, and bliss. Remain in this state, and when thoughts arise, simply observe them with detachment, judging them neither good nor bad, and return your attention to the experience of clarity and bliss. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. So now, let's dedicate the positive energy that you generated here this evening to all living beings, that they may be free of suffering and confusion. And in particular, let's think of all those people who have been affected by the virus, and let's not move into panic and fear. Let's stay calm and focused and do whatever we can to help ourselves and others. And I think the advice again and again is stay home if you possibly can. What an amazing opportunity to study and meditate and do all those things you haven't been able to catch up with. So remember His Holiness saying, this mantra is very good to recite at this time, but prayer alone is not enough. So do whatever you can for yourself and others. And I hope to see you next week. And in fact, there's a class tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and that is Buddhism in Daily Life. So feel free to tune in, and I'll leave you now because our Geshe is teaching at 7 o'clock. Thank you very much. Stay well, stay safe, stay happy.